You've returned, but where are the others? Hold... What in the blazes was that? What do you mean? All of them? And you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles! Our cause isn't served by more corpses. You're right. Was she at least able to give you the cipher before she... I wish the success of this venture, and perhaps I was mistaken about your commit.
I can't fault you for having doubts, but I have...
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I am pleased Niles has found such a... I haven't much to reward you with, but this information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Never fear. Next time I...
Reckon I like the sound of that.
Why choose just any choice when you could... Auntie's choice. Remember, Auntie knows best.
Can't believe some of those protectorate hull heads just couldn't see the benefit of self-betterment.
Yeah, let them simmer in their cells. Never catch a break. Finally find a way to get ahead, and this happens. Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls before we showed up. Now I can still
Boy, take this terminal and trash it. That's it. I need a smoke.
Minister, I'm telling you I can do more. I've been proving my... Ain't so sure you want to work for this
Do try to understand.
Now hold on. I went into enemy territory crawling with dangerous creatures for you. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contract?
And if I die or leave, how do you reckon failure to retain and enhance...
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she...
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer.
It most assuredly is not good for her.
So you say. But Auntie's Choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You. I got a proposition for you. Come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. Troopers abandoning their contracts. Blackguards like you running rampant. What is becoming of this island? I fear I...
All done? Hope that little dust up back there got a proposition. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services, and in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's Choice. Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, Doc Tinsley worked with Grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
Acknowledged.
Not everyone's cut out for life in an anti-encampment. It's intense.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper. Astounded the minister hasn't yet converted you to... As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty. Tell me what you need and I'll do my ample best. I'm sure you'll...
My commanding manager gave me great advice. If you got time to lead, you got time to clean the latrine.
Too much. There's ale. Try Auntie's Choice Pest Pills. Good for what ails you.
No signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifold warm. Come on, baby. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's wrong.
Overheard what you said earlier, that nobody wants Auntie's choice here. Maybe not right now, but that tune will change once these folks see just what we're offering them. Freedom.
Freedom at the point of a gun don't strike you as a mite forceful?
So liberation is only acceptable on your terms. Is that it?
It's acceptable when we do it because the people ask for our intervention. That's kind of the whole point of the Earth Directive.
You say that, but we both know that ain't why you or the commander came to Arcadia in the first place. What was the plan? Take what you came for and leave these folk to their fate? No. I think it ain't so much that the Earth Directorate only goes where they've been asked. It's more about what serves their interests. So, who's really the moral party here?
I ain't gonna be lectured by a corporatist. Find someone else to bluster at. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Armed and ready.
Let me handle this.
No, Jackson, don't! Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly!
Help! Are you breathing? Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall? Tragically, yes. If you gaze beneath us, you'll find a slew of blood and gore in the gears of this platform's articulating arm. That's Ida. She jumped there as we ascended. I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize. No, wait! Please! You can't just leave us up here to die! The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to... well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our 2 former cohorts.
Exactly!
Oh, thank the Sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life utterly absent of starvation. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures. If you don't have that drive overloader, something may be a waste.
That's it? It was that easy?
I'm afraid you've been fed a lot.
We've certainly found our way into a most harrowing circumstance, At least I'm glad I'm not alone. Please do hurry. I've lost count of how many meals we've missed, but it is closer to many than a few, and we're starving.
Nothing could be farther from the truth.
You're really something else, stranger. Thank you for getting us down.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
I agree with Liza. I'm inclined to keep a few paces from farming equipment from now on. Here's your reward for evacuating us with all our parts intact. I perhaps ain't as awash in currency as I'd prefer, so you can have my helmet as well. It was useful for identifying crops we'd missed in our harvest, but to be honest, I'd like a little distance from plants for a spell.
Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's choice makes a cream for it.
Ah, hell. I've stood this post so many times I could do it in my sleep.
Mind you don't let the bosses upstairs.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how I'd
Pulverizing them suffice? Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased. That is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scarily friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division.
Where my own first aid training can't reach. Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more. I did not possess the knowledge I've gained since leaving the program. I regret that.
Frankly, it were triage she performed back then. Didn't exactly have time to ponder a long-term solution. She did all she could, and I don't blame her none. Go on, Doc.
Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who, unfortunately, went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
This is hardly worth the effort of a response, dear, but I might remind you that Rakdodons are not native to this land. Now listen close. When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours. Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Law guide you both out there.
Nature made apples, but Anti-Fizzos made them better.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Commander, you're bleeding.
Identified stimuli.
It's a brawl.
Don't come any closer.
Relax.
Huh? What's that noise? Thank you for saving me. From what Briggs has told me, that's 2 we owe you now. Of course. Sorry to have been a burden. Please take these with you by way of a thank you and as an apology for being such a burden.
You've saved me twice now. If there's... Of course, it's not...
Look alive, Commander.
That was a close one. Thank the sun.
Let this log serve as a record of the fact that Sentry's first-class Briggs and Jakes are both still loyal to the Protectorate and the Sovereign, despite their acts of desertion. The mental state of Brigadier Montelli has been rapidly degrading over the past few months, and the Vox relay station is no longer safe for even the most loyal subjects of the
Lay low, Commander. Fast order.
Unnecessary, but kind of obvious. Quickly devolved into flashing out, seemingly at random. Finally, he started purging the traitors from our ranks. Any infraction, real or...
Time to earn my commission.
being this close to... Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Oh.
Hear that? It's challenging us. Raptidons are ever malleable. Eden doesn't want them around and they don't belong here, but they sure have carved out a place for themselves. I can respect that. Keep howling. We're coming for you. Here, all right? Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, it just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my travels. Should do the trick. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals. All right, let's do this.
It's a...
I'm the one you need to worry about. Come at me.
Locked and loaded. Let's get this in. Commander, watch your vitals! Not getting up without help, Commander! Knew you had my back.
Phew. We should harvest a limb from the matriarch while the body's still warm.
Always cracked us more.
That's the limb. Bring it here, would you?
Purple Berry Crunch. Accept no imitations. The K lets you know it's authentic. Now,
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Like the Protectorate folks resent us liberating them.
Nah, ain't no visitation.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Back again? I hope the hunting has gone well. Certainly, if you've procured the right material.
I'm gonna assume Crabble Butter's especially smooth, because I'm ready to feel like myself again. The part we harvested from a Raptidon matriarch should let me camouflage myself at will, like other Raps can. It'll allow me to heal you up without the enemy noticing. We only acquired one grafting part, so I think that'll have to do. Unless you want to help me hunt down the other creature? Grafting with the matriarch feels right. The Enhanced Soldier Division was designed with Raptidons in mind, and there's nary a specimen finer than our late matriarch.
Oh, the Raptidon matriarch will be a splendid match for you, Inez. Go on now, get sorted while I get this machine up and running. Mind the Raptidon drool on the table. No need to be nervous. I promise.
Thank you for the bedside manner, Commander. As you can tell, I've got a nervous temperament and jump at the sight of my own shadow.
Enough distractions, please. I need the utmost focus for my work. This is beautiful work. My best yet. How does the limb feel, Inez? Any numbness? Pain?
Yeah, both. Body's not accustomed to the presence of another limb. Feels like I've got an extra passenger in my nervous system.
But it certainly beats feeling like I'm bleeding on the inside. Or fighting the urge to feast on raw human flesh. Like last time.
Well, I'll certainly be having words with that surgeon, leaving you in a state like that.
Will do, Doc. I thank you. And you, Commander. Without your help, I don't know what I might have done.
About the kind of training that'll produce an arbiter. Can't imagine it's pleasant. You hear that?
Law-damn turrets won't make it easy for us.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Looking a few courts low, Commander. Nobody around.
Practicing some battlefield medicine. Back in business.
You can't find contentment. Wrong place to linger.
Out of sight and on the way. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Sounded. Susceptible to danger.
Forever vigilant. Off to reload.
Raring to go.
Have to assist in prep.
Look alive, Commander. Let's get you healed. Someone call for a medic. Happy to help. Discreetly.
my commission.
Liquidate him!
Handle it. Looks like a fight.
I may not be a true.
Hey, got a distraction. Over here. Free hole in the head.
Can you heal?
Trigger finger's still tired.
Arbiter Nebs, the words are a song to my ears. This, no doubt, is the opportunity I have long awaited. These hapless recruits arrived just before the invasion. No sooner had they set down their bags than their instructors were called to the warfront. I read the fear, the uncertainty in their faces. And I knew, as this outpost's primary practice target replacement technician, I alone could teach them. They see me as their leader, their arbiter. I will not fail. Should the invasion breach our defenses, I will stand proudly at the vanguard, shoot to kill, and lead them to victory.
No offense to Val, anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure. Oh,
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no. What's your business here?
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking Protectorate official is worth 10, 20...
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for Zeranium gas. We sprung a leak. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble.
All that matters is getting these other mechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, you must adhere to decontamination procedures.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now what is it you want? Oh, we'll get to that presently. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas? One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Zeranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm. Ought to have the prototype up and running, just a few small operational details left to untangle. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components. Good, good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions? Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
Might be wise to get that large.
Commander, I think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside. Ah, my little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks? What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user. An invention that works on paper is half the work. The other half is simply a matter of sourcing materials and capable help. I require a component called a catalytic amplifier.
You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. You would imagine so, wouldn't you? Unfortunately for me, our chief mechanist, Woodrow, wasn't enthusiastic about my proposal to geld his only combat automech. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do that. Anything to keep him off my back for an hour.
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the recent attacks and the gas leak, you find us on the razor's edge between reason and panic. Anyway, if you have hands and a will to lend them, I won't turn away help. Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate. I knew Dr. Bryant would come through for us, that she'd prove her worth as surely as any subject of the Protectorate would. Seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget, what say you put it through its paces? Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the control terminal to purge the Zeranium. And be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse. Why in law's name would you want to know that? Glad to hear it. Any further questions?
can feel my senses sharpening. Teeth, too. Also, my appetite. I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. I appreciate that, Commander. I got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. Just want to reiterate, I plan on proving my worth to you and to Auntie, no matter what it takes. I expect we're going to have quite the adventure. I appreciate you hearing me out. We should move on.
What have you done? The Serenium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever. You couldn't have bungled this operation worse if you were working with the enemy. This is my fault. The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my own resources, and now the price is paid.
Nature made apples, but Auntie Fizzo's made them better. With Auntie Cleo's patented...
I've been bartering with defectors. Traded one force rocket for a whole season of prestige force clubs.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow. It'll probably...
Always have time for a freelancer in my employ. Loose your words. I'm listening. Scouts reported a plume of smoke thick and wide billowing from the facility. Sure didn't seem to be mechanical exhaust. Got more to report? You wouldn't be overstating your aggression to wriggle your way into my good graces, would you? Ain't needed. Efficacy speak now. Moving on to my aiding you. Normally I'd send you to the bridge and allot troops to aid you, but the bridge has already been cleared. That aside, your target's the Skycutter Tower. Seems it was recently reactivated, and by our engineers' metrics, might be useful in overloading the Vox's defenses. Not at the bridge, at least, but the rest of the island shall make up for its absence. Bet my sidearm on it. Once you pass to the northern end of the island and enter the Skycutter, you'll need to find the tower's power routing controls. Mayhaps you can wreak some chaos at the Vox. Step light, though. There's no protectorate gallivanting near the tower, which, like as any, means something bloodthirsty lurks within. Stay intact.
Seems you've been scouted by Fairfield's finest to assist our efforts in the war. You know, since the ceasefire will inevitably... And great for my resume, if I'm honest. Few bullet points like that, maybe it'll be enough to win me a spot on a higher rung. And you? If you help, what are you getting? Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate myself. You're the first agent I ever met, in fact. As for the rest of your organization, can't really say. They hate corporations, I've heard that much. But what about you? You buy into their policy too? No, I get that. If you wanted to, you would have done... Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious, ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving. Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order. Now, I don't know a whole... And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry. Auntie's choice in the... Got something that needs doing, Commander? How personal are we talking? Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days. I would have continued serving on the front line in an upgraded capacity, but... Well, once the state of my graft became apparent, it was... Oh. They only officially discharge you if you say... I was quietly reassigned to the menial troubleshooter Thrilling, I know. My commanding officer, and the surgeon who performed the operation. When I regained consciousness, I saw that my service pistol was gone, and look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability. Oh, that information is outside. I miss my platoon. If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up morale. I know the nonstop jokes from that bastard sustained me for weeks. Yeah, ain't one to forget my friends that easily. And suppose I'm Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on...
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Stay low, Commander. Next order. Medkit coming your way.
Raft's ready if you need a house call.
Ceased. Is there any way Ames and Marchand could have... I'm sorry, LaRue. They died in the service of the Protectorate. Stop. Breathe. Then we shall press on. Use...
Looks like we have a few hungry friends joining us. Keep your finger on the trigger.
I'm the one you need to worry about.
Nicely hit. That should be here soon. Any minute now. Damn it! I swear if not for bad luck, we have none at all.
Charged yet. Back in business. Damn it. I could climb up the shaft faster than this. Ooh. That's it. I won. Just a two. Let's get you healed. It's down.
Ready to waste. More good for me. Nobody around.
Finally. Anything else the universe wants to throw at us while we're here?
Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's choice makes a cream for it.
You know, I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a serious video.
These risks got me awful perturbed. In reality, that's some noteworthy phenomenon punching holes in it.
Take care in the northern regions of the island. Fewer reports from scouts. Loose your words. I'm listening. Good work. Sure it'll aid your path into the Vox. Presuming you keep your nerve.
Welcome, well. How can I improve your day? The ante, gladly. Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
They're stringing up their own people. Sick bastards.
Damned bomb.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Control yourself.
Rat's tingling. All charged up.
Someone hiding.
Each a vital cause.
Looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Someone call for a medic.
No target.
Happy to help. Disagree. I must reload.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just stay with. Ah, a maintenance room. Now we're talking. This must be where they manage their automechs.
What? I thought I heard you reciting poetry. It was most evocative. Rich metaphors and clever wordplay.
Oh, thanks. Just a little something I want read at my funeral. You'll get funerals, right?
Anyway, need some? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. Putting traitors on display like that is one way to send a message. Can't be too good for morale, though.
This cannot be happening. Not again. Come, quickly. We must...
Technicians Acna and Gastrell, you stand accused of manufacturing a fatal flaw in one of our valued dragoons. Have you any last words to express your shame?
That dragoon was already defective. Oh, we were only rebuilding the logic assembly so that...
At last, the truth alights. I hope this belated confession unburdens your conscience, though it will do nothing to commute your sentence. On the charges of sabotage and treason most contemptible, I find you both guilty.
No. No, please! This is all a misunderstanding! We're loyal!
More loyal subjects executed. And valued technicians, no less. I cannot see how reducing our own manpower guides us down a path to victory. Wait, I recognize you. From Horizon Point. Yes, just outside the Skip Labs, before the incident. Didn't I set security on you? How are you here? Alive?
You got security called on you outside the Skip Labs? Consciousness didn't seem to help you make good choices.
You must have been the cause of everything that happened that day. And to think I could have stopped you. Perhaps I would have, if I'd not been so vexed over mere demerits. Ah, I see what's happening here. You think me a fool. But I'm no longer some nervous cadet wetting himself over demerits, easily flummoxed, easily deceived. I know you, just as certainly as I know you have no business being here. Now I will be forced to slay you in a fashion undesirable to us both, and hope I can explain your unlawful ingress to Montelli. Truly, this day is cursed. I hope you're watching, Montelli.
What is it? All right, but...
Did you hear Montelli lock the thrusters?
It's a brawl!
There! Found him again! Taking cover!
Looking a little woozy there, Commander. Discreetly. Someone call for a medic. To the rescue. Sight unseen. Charged yet. All charged up.
not really the time for a chat. Neat. I'll see what I can do.
Ready to waste them. On your command. You lot didn't hit the broadside of a friend.
Let's get you healed. Out of sight and on the way.
Knew you had my back.
Admittedly, yes, but those were minor incidents. I can...
What now? Ah, an intruder. Of course. I was warned the Paradigm would test me, and here you have arrived. Yes. Dispatching you may yet grant me the opportunity to show my unimpeachable quality.
This piece of work's been on a murder spree and has the nerve to call himself unimpeachable. Let's tread lightly. Don't want to stir up more of his crazy.
Seen this before. All that pressure from trying to live perfect. Some subjects pop a lid. We should mind what we say unless we want this conversation to be real short.
And you have the gall to bring an invader herself into my station? Remarkable daring or foolish bravado, to be sure. Come then, infiltrator, test me. Perform your part in this grand drama, but be forewarned. I am not easily made prey. You speak, and yet all I hear is the bleating of a lamb come to slaughter. For crimes against our perfect sovereignty and conspiracy to commit the same, I hereby sentence you to death.
Heads up.
Moving in close.
Take them into cover. Commander, you're bleeding.
Fight away. On your command.
Happy to help. Discreetly. To the rescue. Sight unseen. Hello, Commander. Medic orders.
Can't just shoot in the thin air.
Raft back in business. Someone call for him. Medic. Out of sight. On the way. Raft still a bit sleepy. You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Little pick-me-up for you. Craft ain't ready.
I will make your last moments excruciating.
Craft's ready if you need a house.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. control room. The breeze must have left some evidence. Let's poke around.
I don't know who you are or how you accessed my private terminal, but it won't do for prying eyes to have evidence of my activities. I've triggered the Vox Relay failsafe ejection routine. But worry not. After launching, the station will take several minutes to achieve its pre-programmed self-destruct altitude, so you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the ride before your death.
We gotta do something. If the Vox crashes into Fairfield, it'll kill a whole lot of my people and innocent civilians. Use the control panel. Do the right thing. You know damn well it isn't helping the Protectorate kill a number of us when we aren't even in the fight. Aim it elsewhere on the island. Fire it into space. I don't care, so long as you don't doom everybody in Fairfield for nothing. Then you and I will cease our association. The choice is yours, Commander. And I reckon we're just about out of time. You gotta move, quick!
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago. But never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only. All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Your hat for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine de Vries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Well, who could turn down an invitation like that? To Golden Ridge, Commander?
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station, due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be. I came to meet with the information broker for, Protectorate business, Protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the Protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but. See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
You suggest a partnership? An arbiter working closely with a third party is unheard of. But I suppose if I've no choice...
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into. Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker, but we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk. Great! Take the lap-caned with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao. When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.